Okay, so here's the thing. HM05 Flash, when I said Cut was the worst HM in the game, I forgot that Flash was actually an HM in this game. Flash is the worst one. It's Sand Attack, but you can't get rid of it when you teach it unless you get a specific NPC in the game to do it for you. So again, I'm not going to teach Flash to a Pokemon. Now here's the thing. Earlier I said that HMs almost always help you progress through the game. This is the one that technically doesn't. You don't need Flash to beat anything in the game. It helps because some dungeons are very dark and they give you very limited vision, but you don't need it. So you might be asking me, am I going to try and beat a really dark, semi-difficult dungeon without using Flash? Am I crazy? Am I nuts? Have I gone psycho? Yeah. No, you know what? Correction, I am going to beat a really dark, semi-dangerous dungeon without using Flash, because I can't be bothered, okay? Unless for some reason Meowth or Rattata can learn it, which I seriously doubt. Don't think we're gonna... You have Audishes and stuff. I'm gonna send in Charlie again. Unless Meowth or Rattata can learn it for some reason, we're just gonna navigate Rock Tunnel in the dark. Which you might point out is gonna make a very poor viewing experience, which you're absolutely correct, which is why I'm probably just not gonna show, like, any of Rock Tunnel. Because it's a really miserable dungeon even with the lights on, so... Yeah, that's what Rock Tunnel is gonna look like. Rock Tunnel is pretty exciting, though, in the sense that it leads to the next town, which doesn't have a gym, but, you know, at least we're getting to new places, I guess. So anyways, we're all gonna chill out, we're all gonna relax, do our breathing exercises. What have I been up to recently? I watched the film Spin Me Round, starring Alison Brie, Aubrey Plaza, Tim Heidecker, and Zach Woods. I thought it was very good, I enjoyed it. I like any movie that just kind of shows, like, the cynical, real nature of what's happening. I mean, they work at... It's basically a fictional version of Olive Garden, and I mean... This isn't a spoiler for the plot at all, but I think the most, like... I think the funniest... It's a black comedy, or a dark comedy, I guess. But I think the funniest scene in the movie is the ending in which Aubrey... Or not Aubrey Plaza, Alison Brie, other A actress... Alison Brie she's back at her managerial position at Olive Garden, quote-unquote, and she's just staring at, like, a plate of lasagna just in the microwave, and it's like, that's it. That's the food service industry. The Alfredo sauce just comes in these white plastic bags, and you just splurt it onto the plate. All the food in that movie looked absolutely disgusting, and I loved it. Aerial Ace. It's like Shockwave, but it's flying, and it also never misses. I can dodge you. Nailed it. Always feels good to dodge a spinner. I feel like there's something spooky coming up here. Maybe. Dude, I'm not interested in your bugs. Oh, we're gonna get Rachel to do this just for the XP, but I'm probably not gonna show that much of it. Alright, thanks Bug Catcher Connor. I just spammed Shockwave in one. So what was I talking about? Spin Me Around? Yeah. Really, really great. What's in you? A Chesto Berry. Wakes you up. Spin Me Around is great. Zach Woods is, like, really, really funny. Like, he's always such a gentle, like, soft-spoken, kind person, and then he always just ends up, like, yelling and just, like, going insane, and I love it. I love Zach Woods. I think he's incredible. There's a Pokemon Center here. So here's the thing. Dig, did I mention Dig's out of battle effect? Yeah, I know I did now, okay. It's an infinite escape rope, so we're about to go into Rock Tunnel, which is very dark. What do you... I don't have enough Pokemon for you, but let's see. Everstone. Okay, well, no, I haven't. Which is good, because the Everstone is a held item, excuse me. And it prevents your Pokemon from evolving. So that's good. So yeah, we're gonna go into Rock Tunnel after we fight this Picnicker. You're a Picnicker, right? Yeah, you're a Picnicker. Camper, maybe? But we're gonna go into Rock Tunnel, and I'm just gonna, like, wander around blindly in the dark. It's going to be very exciting. Much like this fight in which I switch out to Nicholas and get him to do everything. Hey, guess who has some great news? Guess who checked the Pokemon Center and just on a whim checked to see if anyone can learn Flash, and turns out Meowth can learn Flash for some reason. If you want to see how dark Rock Tunnel is, it's this dark. And if you want to see how dark it is when we use Flash, I don't remember. In some games it gives you a wider circle, in some games it actually lights up the whole screen. We got the whole screen lit up. I'm just gonna, like, use a Repel. Rachel's still in the front. She probably isn't even high enough level to repel away the wild Pokemon, but, like, man... I just want to get out of here as soon as possible. You look like a required fight. Pokemon fight, ready, go. Do you have a Cubone? You look like a Cubone kind of owner. Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, he has a Cubone, whatever. Yeah, the problem with Rachel right now is she just isn't getting that many good, like, type matchups. I mean, she's gonna go to level 20, which is, like, fine. But, like, I feel like I end up switching her out a lot, because there's no flying or water types for her to beat. But anyways, looks like we are providing some sweet commentary for Rock Tunnel. How's everyone doing today? I'm a little winded from Diglett's Cave, if I'm being honest. Those Dugtrios were a little out of control. I guess a cute thing you can do with Dugtrio is you can intentionally put, like, a level 20 Pokemon in the front, and then use Repels, and then just run around. Because at that point, the only Pokemon you're ever going to run into is, like, the high-level Dugtrios. But, I mean, good luck catching them with just Pokeballs. But, yeah, no, I've been trying to work on stuff. In my spare time, I like to just kind of look at tutorials for how to edit things in DaVinci Resolve, and I'm like, oh, that's neat. I can use that later. I can use green screen, I can put in... I can make things transparent. Very cool. Slam! That is a powerful physical move. What is it, though? 80-75... versus 120-75. Okay, I'm starting to think maybe Slam was not as good as I advertised. Yes, do not learn Slam, as funny as it would be. But yeah, I like to, I don't like things that are tacky, really. So, like, here's the thing. If I ever use, and I probably will end up using it at some point, if I ever use, like, stock footage or some kind of, like, popular meme footage or, like, a dumb stock sound effect, I want you guys to know that it's, like, a joke. I hate to use this phrase. I'm doing it ironically, because I really do think that, like, a lot of memes and a lot of, like, stock images, they obviously look terrible, but, like, I don't think they look good. I just think it's funny to have, like, this horrible-looking image. You know what? No, I can't really explain it. I can't explain it. It's just some form of irony, and the internet is, like, just this festering hive mind for irony, so that's why I like it, okay? Game over, man. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just what's been going on with me. Tired. There's a Pokeball there. I'm not gonna get it. Rocks. Disgusting. I forgot Rock Smash was even in this game. I'm actually kind of glad that I checked if Meowth could learn Flash. Navigating this place in the dark would have probably just led to me, like, looking up a guide for how to do it. You know what? I'm gonna eat my words. Or rather, I am currently eating my metaphorical words. I just said Rachel didn't have any good type matchups. We're running into a lot of Slowpokes, which is good. Slowpoke is a really good Pokemon. It's Water Psychic. It's very slow, obviously, and defensive. It's a good poke, I respect it. Yeah, I think we're at a point... No, we're going to be at a point soon where when Rachel learns, there's a certain move I want her to learn, and then after that, I'm like, she can evolve. I give her my permission. Not that we actually have the ability for her to evolve right now, but there are certain moves where I'm like, this Pokemon can evolve, this Pokemon can evolve. I looked up Nidorino's moveset, or learn set rather, and like, dude, his moveset is horrible. Like, it's really, really bad. I think it's after, like, Poison Sting, he gets just, like, nothing good. So that's good. And it turns out Nidoking does actually learn a few moves after he evolves, so that's nice. So I just figured it would be good to evolve him for Lieutenant Surge's gym. Don't think I'm missing out on too much. Right, I put Ember in the front. I need to reorganize my moves just to put the best ones at the front so I can just mash A and be done with it. What have I been doing recently? Besides watching Spin Me Round, I have been playing... Now, don't get too mad, okay? Promise you won't get mad. I've been playing Banjo-Kazooie, wait for it, nuts and bolts in my spare time. Just... Listen, here's the thing, okay? I know this isn't a hot take, especially in the year 2023. Banjo-Kazooie, nuts and bolts. As a Banjo-Kazooie game, it is horrible. It is like the worst game ever. As a video game... It's actually really, really fun. Like, the physics are just awful, but in like a cartoony kind of silly way. There's a lot of sticky things. You stick on a lot of objects, you stick on a lot of poles, but like, the creativity and the freedom the game gives you to just basically build whatever you want. I need to find an antidote. There we go. The creativity the game gives you to do whatever you want is actually like really, really genius. I mean, you can make these vehicles that are just like, they serve one purpose, right? Like, this is the tall vehicle, and it's very tall, and that's its purpose. And the game lets you do that, and it's just, it's kind of incredible. Speaking of incredible, I actually don't think this is the right way to go. Only one repel left, unfortunately. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. You just have to, like, you have to distance it from Banjo-Kazooie's that you have to do. Which is unfortunate, because, like, I don't know why they thought bringing Banjo back after, like, 10 years... and then giving it what should have just been like a spin-off game. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. That's an absolutely atrocious idea. Like, they should have done Banjo 3E, and then done Nuts and Bolts as a silly, like, haha, look, it's a car game. I think it would have been much better received. But that's just, I mean, you know what? No, it's not my opinion. It's just kind of a fact. It's unfortunate. I was always a big Banjo fan, but oh well. At least they're in Smash, so they haven't been totally forgotten. Although part of me is like, once a character gets into Smash, it's kind of like the company's way of saying, like, look, they're in Smash, and you play Smash forever, so now we never have to make another Banjo-Kazooie game ever again. Hey, Victoria, are you gonna, like, evolve soon? That'd be really cool. I'm a better technician. I do know how type matchups work. Hey, that was good foresight by me. I kind of feel sad. Victoria is about to evolve into not a very pleasant character design to look at, but she's going to become stronger, and that's what's important. She's going through her awkward teen phase. Well, she's 21. She's going through her awkward 21-year-old phase. Lord knows I've been there. Saliva drooling from the lip. No new moves, that's fine. I'm not even going to bother looking at her stats. They're better, okay? That's what her stats are. Okay, Rock Tunnel. How the heck do we get out of here? You know what, let's give Victoria a test drive for her new evolution, Gloom. Very sad. I know I was sad when I was 21, and guess what? I'm still sad now. Laker Oliver with his Onyx. I think one of my favorite things, one of my favorite, like, tropes in video games, and it's a really, really common thing, is when, like, boss enemies show up later as regular enemies. And it's a very, very easy sense of, like, progression, and it's like, look, before this guy gave you so much trouble, but now he's just a regular mook. And I think that's really poignant here with Onyx. Like, Onyx is a really, really tough Pokemon to have for the first gym, especially because it's fairly early, and especially if you pick Charmander, there's not a lot of, like, great alternative options to fight him with. There are no water or grass types you can catch at that point in the game. But now Onyx is just a regular dude. Hiker Oliver has a couple of them, and we can dispatch him fairly easily. You know, for a second I got tricked into thinking he had Gen 5 Sturdy. Sturdy is an ability where previously what it used to do, or what it does do in this game, is it makes you survive one-hit KO attacks like Guillotine, Horn Drill, Fissure, Sheer Cold. It makes you survive those with 1 HP, which is a horrible ability, just absolutely too situational to ever be useful. In Gen 5 and later, it just always makes you survive on 1 HP if a move would one-hit you. So, I don't know. There's my least interesting story ever award given out for today. Dude, Victoria is just, I mean, she's cleaning shop. Good on her, honestly. Hey, that's how old I am. Victoria's doing really, really well. I've never used the Oddish line before in any of my playthroughs, but, I mean, her speed is obviously, like, horrible, but, man, that special attack, that special defense, like, she's tanky and she does damage. She's a Gloom after my own heart, I'll give her that. And I'm starting to think we are going the right way, mainly just because, we've been on this path for a while. Top 10 ways to know if you're going the right way. Is there a really long corridor? It's like, yeah, that's the way you're supposed to go. Let's see if anything interesting happens on our way out. I cannot believe she saw me from up there. You can bed twigs as trail markers, or you could just not go into the mountains. I feel like I'm one of those guys who would be pretty down to, like, go on a hike, and then I'd go there and just get, like, lost. I'd get, like, eaten by mountain lions or something. No, we want Nicholas for double kick. I should see if Nicholas can learn Brick Break, because that's probably a better move than double kick at this point. Rollout is not very scary. Like, I don't know. I'm always down to do a little... Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not always down to do a bit of physical activity or outdoor shenanigans. I feel like if someone pitched me the idea right now, I'd be like, yeah, I'll go on a hike. And then I would, you know, get eaten. We already know the drill. Cute charm, hilarious. So Nicholas's other ability he could have gotten besides Poison Point is, I believe, Rivalry, which I think does less damage against female Pokemon, but more damage against males, which is something that I find to be really, I don't know. It's an ability I would definitely just, like, forget about and be like, why is he not doing any damage? What's happening? Quick attack, nice joke. Like, I really want to... Like, I'm going to switch in Rachel here, but it's unfortunate because I'm not convinced she can... Like, she's not exactly going to tank these quick attacks, you know? Oh, hang on a minute, my accuracy fell. Let me just use my perfect accuracy Shockwave. See, like, that did 15 damage. That's a lot. Rachel needs to evolve pretty soon because she is incapable of tanking anything besides, like, a gust of wind. But she's still doing well. I respect her. She's a good member of the team. And I guess one other thing about Shockwave is that it doesn't have a 10% chance to paralyze like Thundershock did, so... I don't know, it's still, like, almost a direct upgrade, but... I guess it's technically not a complete upgrade. But we still have Static to rely on for paralysis. Rachel continues to be the paralysis queen. Good for her. Honestly, what an icon, I believe they say. Goodbye, Meowth. So close. I did my best. 420, the weed number. Oh, I see it. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, we made it out. We're on Route 10. We need to dodge all these trainers. Our team is a little battered. So I had a lot of time to think in Rock Tunnel, which was great, because it totally reminded me that I forgot to get the bike from Cerulean City. Yeah, I know. Hey, look, we're in Lavender Town. We're gonna take the Pokemon Center real quick. And you know what? We've been through a lot recently. We beat Lieutenant Surge. We beat Blue again. We got bullied by some Doug Trios. We went through Rock Tunnel. I think a lot of things happened recently. So now that Nurse Joy has restored our Pokemon to full health, we're going to sit here with this creepypasta town, Lavender Town. I'm going to remember to save the game, and I hope you guys all have a really good day. Hope you guys have been enjoying the series so far. And always remember, not to stick forks in electrical sockets. Okay, goodbye.